Tonight, a look at the tornado that swept through Troy.
Plus, a new athletic director has been chosen. Stay tuned. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is TrojanVision News.
To Troy, TrojanVision News for August 14th, 2015. I'm Sarah Singletary.
And I'm Haley Greathouse. Thank you for joining us this evening. Trojans everywhere now know who will lead the athletic department after the departure of John Hartwell earlier this year. The announcement was made this morning. Ryan Renfro has the details.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce to you the ninth and the newest athletic director in Division I, Mr. Jeremy McLean.
And with that introduction, the Trojan Nation was introduced to the new head of its athletic department. Jeremy McLean will take over the reins as Director of Athletics starting on September 1st. McLean comes to Troy from Southern Miss, where he spent the last 3 years as Deputy Director of Athletics. McLean is excited about his new role at Troy.
You know, it's hard to find the right adjective. I tell you, it's off the charts. I'm incredibly excited for the opportunity to lead Troy athletics. You know, it's been a great day. I can't, you know, the people of Troy, the way they've treated us during this process, this week, trying to get us prepared to be here, and even as we arrived, it's just been. My wife leaned over as I finished up my comments and said, "Wow, these people are incredibly welcoming and nice," and she's right. I mean, it's just been special.
McLean says that he wants Troy to become the premier program in the Sun Belt Conference and that the building blocks are already in place for that to occur.
You know, on a bigger scale, I'm excited about the opportunity and what lies, like I said, what lies ahead for us. I think our best days are ahead, and you know, it's a great opportunity for me, great opportunity for us to build on the foundation that's been laid here. And you know, John Hartwell had a lot to do with that, and people before him. But we're in a good position. We're in a good position, and we're looking to build some momentum. And I see that coming really soon.
And Chancellor Jack Hawkins feels that McLean is the man to lead Troy to those goals.
I think the appointment is essential for the continued growth of the program, and I think we have the right man at the right time to lead our program forward. In terms of his commitment, it's not just about football, it's not just about one sport, it's about all of our sports, and it's not just about building a team, it's about building a program, and that's more important.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Once again, McLean will start on September 1st. We will hear more from McLean as well as football head coach Neil Brown on the hire later in sports.
The city of Troy is still recovering 1 week after a tornado destroyed a shopping center on the south side of town. Samantha Charles takes a look at the progress being made on the rebuilding effort.
On Thursday, August 6th, an EF1 tornado struck the city of Troy, causing structural damage to both Walmart and Hibbett Sports, injuring 6 people.
Certainly I was very concerned for everyone's safety, so we first had to make sure that we got everybody who we had 6 minor injuries, that we got all of them to the hospital and checked to be sure that no one was severely injured or had any life-threatening injuries. So immediately the concern is for, you know, the public welfare, for health, safety, all those things.
Even though the tornado that struck the city of Troy did not cause any casualties, it left many residents out of a job.
All of Walmart's employees have been offered employment with other stores, and some are working on site. So that certainly has helped some. The fact that they have such a large presence and can take on people to work in other locations. Hibbett's, of course, you know, there's nowhere for them to work right now. So I would say probably maybe 12 to 24 people have lost employment temporarily.
I have a job right now, so I gotta find some here in Troy. Might have to go somewhere, maybe Enterprise or Ozark.
Both Walmart and Hibbett Sports sustained heavy damage. The future of Hibbett Sports remains uncertain. However, Walmart's doors may be open sooner than one would think.
Walmart is in the process of getting a mobile pharmacy open just any day now. The right side of the store, the grocery side of the store, as most people know it, it's going to take a few days, and it will take I'd say anywhere from 2 to 4 months on the remainder of the Walmart store on the left side where all the structural damage was.
Samantha Charles, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And we just learned that Walmart will reopen tomorrow at 6 a.m. The city of Troy says it will be open from 6 to 11 p.m., but it could be months before Hibbett Sports is back in business.
Last night, 8 fraternities and sororities performed in Sartain Hall for a step tease.
The step tease was part of Troy's Welcome Week. Christy Henderson has the story.
Wednesday night, UAC hosted a step tease performed by the fraternities and sororities at Sartain Hall. The step tease was a part of Welcome Week and a way to show off different aspects the university has to offer. The teams have been practicing their routines since early summer and said it was the perfect opportunity to give students a glimpse of what to expect for the upcoming competition during homecoming week.
But it wasn't much of a competition at all. It was more of a showcase of our talent and trying to bring the school together, so we can just give them a glimpse of who we are and what we are and what we stand for.
The turnout this year, I really wasn't expecting the turnout that I did, and I was really nervous at first, but I'm glad that everybody came and enjoyed it. Last year was great, this year was great, so I'm really hopeful and excited for the future.
Despite the successful turnout from tonight's step tease, many of the fraternity brother members are very excited to participate in the upcoming October step competition.
Some things that we did good tonight and the crowd went crazy, we might keep for the step tease, but some at other moments when the crowd wasn't as involved, we might not use the step in the homecoming step show. So the biggest thing about the step tease is to kind of try new things and see what the crowd likes, what the crowd doesn't like. Because at the end of the day, you're really there to entertain the crowd. We're going to have about 6 or 7 different teams that's going to be in this building right here, and they're all going to compete for, I think, $2,000.
And one student shared how stepping helps their fraternity become more of a brotherhood.
Well, I think it's really a time to just get together and mesh, learn each other's ins and outs, learn each other's good and bad. When you spend so much time around people, you kind of get a feel for who they are and what they stand for. We all kind of stand for the same thing. That's why we're all in the same fraternity.
Christy Henderson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The next UAC event will be Taste of the Troy tonight on the Square.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. The mayor of Huntsville is pouring cold water on firefighters' request for a pay raise. Mayor Tommy Battle says he won't seek higher pay for firefighters in next year's budget after an audit presented yesterday to the city council found current wages are fair.
Federal prosecutors say a Birmingham area man has been sentenced in a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme. Brian Anderson of Hoover has been sentenced to 7 years and 3 months in prison on charges of wire fraud, money laundering, and securities fraud.
Authorities in South Alabama say a man whose body was found in his deep freezer died from a gunshot wound to the back of the head. Michael Dwayne Graham was reported missing 10 days before authorities found his body in the freezer at his mobile home in Greenville.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News, the Trojan football team prepares for its second scrimmage of the fall. Ryan Renfro will take a look at how the offense is shaping up in sports.
Plus, the American Embassy reopens in Cuba. We'll have that story and more coming up, so stay with us.
The U.S. flag flies at an embassy in Cuba for the first time since 1961. I'm Craig Boswell outside the new Cuban embassy in Washington with more on this historic day.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
The warrior spirit. It's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
McClain was introduced as Troy University's new athletic director earlier today. McClain is no stranger to sports management, having served as the Deputy Director of Athletics at Southern Miss and Director of Athletics at Delta State. In his time with the Golden Eagles, McLean set the record for the annual fund, supervised several major facility projects, and secured future home football games against Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Brigham Young University. And a big project is on his list of things he's looking forward to in coming to Troy.
First is the coaching staff we have here. I know some of those men and women, and they're really good people, and that goes a long way, and they're quality coaches. And the other thing I said in my comments, I'm excited about finishing up this north end zone, because not necessarily just because of what it will do for us space-wise and logistically, but what it means to us symbolically and the momentum and excitement it'll create for our folks.
North end zone's a huge aspect. If you look at our athletic facilities as a whole, almost every program within our department has had some type of facility upgrade. Obviously, the arena being the major upgrade, tremendous facility that all athletic programs benefit from. But the north end zone is a big piece, and to see his eagerness, to see his excitement level about getting in and getting his hands dirty involved with that facility, that definitely was music to my ears.
McLean's first official day on the job will be September 1st. The soccer team is in the middle of a preseason schedule and will travel to Kentucky this weekend to take on Murray State. The team is coming off a 2-1 loss against the number 8 ranked Florida Gators in an exhibition game on Tuesday night. With the help of Alyssa Jones, the Trojans took a 1-0 lead in the 46th minute, but fell short as the Gators scored 2 goals in the second half to take home the win. Head coach Jason Hamilton looks ahead to tomorrow's matchup.
So we travel tomorrow to play Murray State on Saturday. They're going to be a team that's going to be a little bit different than Florida. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. They're going to play high pressure and force us to play a little bit quicker. And they've got a good attacking group that has some experience from last year. So it should be an interesting game. Definitely a different style of play than what we just saw. So it'll be good to see how our girls adapt to that.
Tomorrow's game against Murray State will begin at 1:00 p.m. and the first regular season game will be on August 21st against Gardner-Webb at the Troy Soccer Complex. Head coach Neil Brown is known for his high-powered offenses, and many Trojan fans are excited to see his offense return to Veterans Memorial Stadium. William McCarthy takes a look at the quarterback play so far in fall practice.
As the 2015 Trojan football season approaches, head coach Neil Brown is excited for what his players have done at the start of fall practice.
I like our guys' attitude. We got good kids that have bought in. I've said that from the get-go. This is the highest. This is the third program in a row on the front end, and this has been the highest buy-in from the players that we've had yet.
With the new coach brings a new system, and the quarterback play will be crucial for the Trojans this season.
Yeah, well, I thought Dallas Tidwell did some really good things today. Thought he, this is important for us to see him make strides. He made one bad decision. That was a pick. He's got to get his eyes in the right place. But I thought he did a good job being in control. Thought Brandon started off a little slow. He's got to take more command of the offense. But I was really pleased to see how he responded to some adversity and played his best football at the end of the day. So that was encouraging moving forward.
And Brown says last year's backup quarterback is going to see a variety of action this season.
And then Dontrell Pruitt, he's going to play. He's going to play a good bit. He's a guy that we can play at some different positions. He had some really nice runs. We put him live. I said, hey, Pruitt, do you want to be live or you want to wear a quarterback jersey? He said, I want to go live. So we let him go live, and he made some really positive runs. Yeah, we can play him at wideout some. He's going to play quarterback for sure. He's somebody that we can probably play back there at running back. We're going to move him around and get him on the field. I feel like he's one of our best athletes. He's one of our best playmakers. And so as a coaching staff, we got to be creative to get him in the game.
William McCarthy, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The Trojans have another scrimmage tomorrow night at 6. The season opener is September 5th against NC State in Raleigh.